if you're like me and you don't have much time to practice, you're going to want to keep things as simple as possible. And it's the reason why the takeaway is so important, because if you get yourself in a good position here, it just makes the rest of the swing a lot easier. Okay? But I know that we can get our wrists and our hands into good positions, and we feel like we're keeping the club head outside the hands to start off with, and club head in line with the hands. We do this in our practice swing. We can see everything there's perfect, but then we film our swing and we have a look and we see everything's gone inside. And it's frustrating, because you are doing the right things with your hands and your wrists, but there's just one thing that's happening that's causing all this chaos, and that is that your shoulders are moving too soon. They're rotating too early. Okay, so what I mean by that is, if you have a look here, if I'm setting this in a good position where we've got the club horizontal to the ground and the club is parallel to that alignment rod on the ground there as well, that's where we want to be. I mean, we've got a little bit of parameter that we can work within, slightly inside, slightly outside. But let's just say we want to be perfect and we're getting in line with our hands here. Now, I can do that, but now what happens if I've turned my shoulders too early? Look how the club head has gone inside. All right. The key here is to keep the shoulders a little quieter for longer. So what you can do is take the club in both hands, then place your trail hand on your lead shoulder like that, holding it back. Just take the club back to that parallel position there. Then you put your right hand, you can see everything is perfect. Look at it from that angle there. It's perfect. Okay, but like I said, if I've turned too early with my shoulders, that club head has got inside. Okay, so a good way to think of it is, just before I get into that, if you have a look here, I feel like I'm keeping the shoulder back, but the shoulders are still moving. Okay, so you know that everything's got to move in one piece. Okay, but even if I'm holding this back, holding it square, so to speak, it's still moving. Right, so don't think that your shoulders aren't moving by doing this. They're still moving. There's still some movement. It's just that we've minimized the movement. So the idea being, we're minimizing the movement of the shoulders. Once the club is parallel to the ground, hands are sort of in line with the outside of the right thigh here. From there, the shoulders are going to work. They're going to turn. You're going to get behind the ball. Shoulders are quiet, and then the shoulders really start to kick in once the hands are just past that right thigh, in line with the right thigh. So there's the ball. A good thought is, if you think about your sternum here. Okay, you think about the breastbone, the sternum, or even the buttons on your shirt, on your golf shirt. Keep those looking at the ball for longer. All right, you get that feeling of keeping the buttons looking at that ball for longer. Once the hands are there, in line with the outside of the right thigh or just past the right thigh, then let it go and finish the turn. I'm Owen, and I want you to start playing golf better than you imagined. If you found this video to be helpful, then be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of my future instruction and tips. Thanks for watching.